Dear students, the lecture number is 3 and the term of our lecture is operating systems. At first, I want to tell about the plan of our lecture. First, basic concepts of operating system, then evolution of operating system, classification of operating system, including for mobile devices, and classification of desktop applications. Basic concepts of operating systems. At first, I want to answer for this question. What is an operating system? An operating system is the most important software that runs on a computer. It manages the computer's memory and processes, as well as of its software and hardware. It also allows you to communicate with the computer without knowing how to speak the computer's language. Without an operating system, a computer is useless. The operating system's job. Your computer's operating system manages all of the software and hardware on the computer. Most of the time, there are several different computer programs running at the same time, and they all need to access your computer's central processing unit, memory, and storage. The operating system coordinates all of this to make sure each program gets what it needs. Basic operations in Windows. In our operating systems have 3 types of operating systems. There are first Microsoft System Disk Operating System, MS-DOS, then second it's our Linux, then the third it is our modern operating system is Windows. So let's talk about Windows. Let us have a look at the basic operations available with Windows 7. I want to tell about the version of Windows 7. This knowledge will be helpful to you make working with your computer easy. At first, we will learn about some required fundamental skills before performing basic operations available with your operating systems. So log on to your computer. The process of starting a computer session is called logging on. When you start the computer, Windows displays a welcome screen containing links to each of the computer's active user accounts. If your computer is part of a domain, you will need to press Ctrl-Alt-Delete to display the welcome screen. So you select your user account, and if your account is password protected, enter your password to log on to the computer. Here you can see the table 1 below for the login interface. When logging on to a computer which is part of a domain, you will always enter your domain credentials. So let's talk about the evolution of operating systems. What is Windows 7? It is redesigned with Windows Shell with a new taskbar. Windows 7 includes a number of new features, such as advances in touch and handwriting recognition, support for virtual hard disks, improved performance on multi-core processors, improved boot performance, and direct access and kernel improvements. Versions of Windows 7. The version of Windows 7 is a professional version. Professional is a great choice for home and for business. Using Windows 7 Professional, you can run many Windows XP productivity programs in Windows XP mode and recover data easily with automatic backups to your home or business network. You can also connect to company networks effortlessly and more securely with domain join. With all the exciting entertainment features of Windows Home Premium, Ultimate is the most versatile and powerful edition of Windows 7. It combines remarkable ease of use with the entertainment features of Home Premium and the business capabilities of Professional, including the ability to run many Windows XP productivity programs in Windows XP mode. For added security, you can encrypt your data with BitLocker and BitLocker to go. And for extra flexibility, You can work in any of 35 languages. Get it all with Windows 7 Ultimate. So let's talk about classification of operating systems and including for mobile devices. In operating system we have the main part is a BIOS. BIOS, it means basic input-output systems. The role of BIOS. Most part of the course is related to the higher levels of the software hierarchy: file system, operating system, and application. But in this subchapter, we will look at the lower level of software BIOS, or basic input-output system. In BIOS, there are three main functions. It initializes the hardware when the computer starts, loads the operating system, and providing basic supports for devices such as a keyboard, a mouse, and serial ports. BIOS is always present, but it is visible only when the computer is turned on, before the operating system takes control. We have also device management and configurations. Another feature of the operating system is control of various input-output devices installed on the computer. Technical control at this level requires interaction between the kernel, device drivers, and BIOS. Users can, in some cases, adjust their computer systems precisely by changing the parameters that determine how the operating system or device drivers are turning to external devices. In our operating system, the main object is our desktops. In the desktop, we have the files and folders. So I want to tell about file organization. One of the main functions of the computer is storing and retrieval of information is stored in one or more files, which in turn are organized in folders. Folders, it's the files permanently are in folders, which sometimes are called directories. Folders have names and properties, and like files, each folder takes its own location. It settles down in another folder called its parent. It provides a file system which hierarchical structure like a family tree. The peak of a folder hierarchy is called the root. The file system will not allow two elements to have the same name in the folder. You can check it, having created two files in your working folder with the name file 1 and file 2. If you then try to change the name file to file 1, you will get an error message and the change will not be made. And also the devices. It's the continuum of about folder and the files. Folder are placed on the computer. The computer can have many drivers. The disk drive A, the disk drive D, the disk drive E, and etc. The only way to address drivers is double-clicking the My Computer icon on your desktop. This icon is usually located in the upper left corner of the desktop. After double-clicking on My Computer icon, you will see that each device is marked with an icon that indicates the type of agent that uses the device. And in the desktop, we have also the shortcuts. Shortcut is an alternative path to a file. Shortcuts are named and live in folders as well as files. But a shortcut doesn't actually contain any date. Instead, it has the ability to specify the path to the file where you can find date. And I want to tell about names and types of files. In the original file system of DOS, used in early Windows versions, the names of files were restricted to 8 uppercase characters plus the 3 character extension separated by a point. And the last time I want to give you the reference. Here you can find more information for your lecture and you can do this test. So goodbye.